What's up, y'all? Happy Sunday. Oh, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 12:34. Well. So I'm getting ready to have some conversations. Now, us content creators, we have gone through some things in the last 24 hours. As you know, TikTok went down. For some reason, I thought it was going down 12 midnight Central Standard Time and maybe your time zone, but it went down before 10 or around 10 p.m., what have you. But we understood that TikTok was going down, but the kicker was CapCut being cut. So, however, some very smart content creators were able to figure out how to access CapCut without, even though it was down, we're able to figure out how to access it and it works, okay? But here is my thing. Some things you just can't blast all over social media. It's just like when certain things happen, and you know how the news will give away like the next step or the next plan, and then it's like, the op or the enemy gets to, beat you at your own game. So it is another way to access CapCut, but I'm not going to discuss that right here. I did comment on a couple of people's pages, but I'm not going to fully disclose that. The next thing, another thing I want to say is the comments that people have made, whether they be your Facebook friends or people passing by or family, whatever. Let me say this. This situation has really exposed how some people really feel and how they have been feeling and how they think. There are some people who are really jealous of people who are able to make a living doing content creation. There are some people who wanted to be able to do it and they couldn't because they either didn't have the time, didn't want to make the time, didn't want to invest in learning how to do it, or they were just simply jealous. Now, whatever field you're working in, whatever job you have decided to do for a living, that's your choice. We all have choices, okay? And to me, some of those comments have displayed jealousy. You're mad. You were happy because now the person that you may or may not know, but know of, who was able to stay at home and make content and be able to pay their bills and not have to worry about the 9 to 5 and clocking in and all of those things. There are some people who are content creators, keep creating, because there are some people who are really jealous of what we do. And that's okay. It's some people, they're saying now, you lazy people, you can go and get a job. Guess what? It's some of you people that are working jobs. You be stealing time on the clock. You take longer lunch hour breaks than you're supposed to. You call in sick when you're not sick. So to sit up here and talk about us content creators, a lot of us are working way more hours than you do. But it just, and again, that's your prerogative. You have a choice. I have a choice. They have a choice. We all have a choice. But the thing is, it just really, really was disheartening to see how many people were happy that TikTok was shut down. There are some people who have been on Facebook who could not make the type of money they were making by selling their own products. There are people right here in St. Louis who have products, and TikTok was able to push them so far that they are now millionaires because TikTok has a greater reach when it comes to selling your products. Why don't you make a product, get it together, protect it, and then try to go sell it? Why don't you do that? Instead of being mad at content creators or people who are able to make a living being creative, why? Everybody doesn't want to work a job. Everybody doesn't want to do that. There are young people. When I say young people, people who are between 18 and 25, there are people younger than that are making money. So shame on you, because you have done nothing but exposed who you really are. And I always say this: be careful what and who you laugh at, because the same thing that you're laughing about can happen to you in a different way. So, would you like to lose your job? How about your Wi-Fi gets cut off? How about that? And then if you have family members, because see, some people on Facebook, what they'll do is they make comments and they think, nobody knows them or nobody sees them. Like somebody was saying, what did she say? People worried about TikTok, but they should be worried about Jesus. Or are you ready? And she was saying how, people not using their social media for that. But I challenged her. Are you using your social media to tell the world about Jesus? Because right now, it looks like you're trying to be self-righteous and point the finger. But when I scroll through her page, I ain't see not one video of her telling the world about how good Jesus is. Jesus is definitely good to me. But when people want to sit up here and now you want to act like you are holier than thou, the stuff I saw on your Facebook page, put your bottom lip to your top lip. You see what I'm saying? Because Jesus might be wondering, well, why aren't you using your social media page to tell the world about me? Because if it's a problem, come with some solutions. Be a problem solver. Don't talk about what other people ain't doing, what you're not doing, what you ain't doing. So I've seen a lot of comments on social media in regards to this. Now, I'm not even getting ready to talk about the politics, all of that, because I'm pretty sure we're going to talk a lot about that tomorrow. But I'm just talking about the people who are commenting on social media. I just think it's ridiculous, because to me, you talking about go work a job. Did you not see that man who did not want to vote that minimum wage go up? It's on TikTok. Because a lot of things on Facebook, you don't get to see over here that you get to see over there. There's a big difference in what information comes through here. I don't even want to hear about that. Oh, they're getting our information. All of these apps are collecting our information. Anytime you start talking about, oh, I think I want a dog, or I want some glasses, or I want a treadmill, all of a sudden you see these advertisements popping up on your phone about things you have said, and you're like, where did that come from? Everything's tracking you. Everything. That's the world we live in. We don't have any privacy. We don't have any privacy. You might think you have some privacy, but you don't. We don't have any privacy. Get that out your head, because we don't. You have a smartphone. You are looking at me on a smart device, whether it be your iPad, tablet, phone, iPhone, whatever. You do not have any privacy. None of us do. So to sit up here, but what I will tell you is the way TikTok was banned, shut down just like that? What you should be talking about is, well, if you can shut down TikTok like that, what other problems can be solved? What other problems? Not sitting up here trying to point fingers and, y'all all on the low level. Oh, CapCut, it's what did somebody say? It was a dumb app. Why is that? I have my reasonings why a person may say that, but it was not a dumb app. It was an app that a lot of content creators were able to use and do what we needed to do with it in an efficient amount of time. And here's my thing. There's always room for improvement. There's always room for growth. If you want to, spend a lot of money and have a more professional set or what have you, if your money allows you to do that, by all means, go for it. But if not, there's nothing wrong with using CapCut. Nothing at all. And content creators, don't let somebody make you feel like something is wrong with using CapCut and you're not hiring an expensive person that does videos or edits or whatever. You are really strengthening your skills as a content creator when you learn how to use an editing app. So I just want to put that out there. So I'm just going to say again, it has been an interesting 24 hours. People are something else. People are really something else. Look, if you're able to make money, take care of your family, your kids, your needs in a way that is not illegal, why would you be jealous of that? Why? Because you couldn't do it. Or you didn't take the time to do it. I'm telling you, some of these comments, to me, a lot of people are jealous. You better read those comments. Content creators, you keep creating. You don't stop creating. I don't care if somebody says you don't have a real job. It is a real job. If your content is making people laugh, if your content is helping people get healthier, if your content is teaching people about money, if your content is showing people how to make money in a different way, and it works and it's effective, it matters. Everything is content. Everything. Now, for the people who disagree with me, then Wi-Fi should just be cut off. You shouldn't have any Wi-Fi anymore. You should just not have any access to the internet, to the Wi-Fi, or anything. And you can just continue to go back living to the 1800s. Yeah. Because believe it or not, you are using AI, you are using Wi-Fi, social media. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And then you have a lot of people talking about all these broke people, content creators. You know what? The broke is working 9 to 5s too. The broke is working 9 to 5. So there's a lot of people living paycheck to paycheck and working a job. So to me, rather than putting people down, look like we should be uplifting and helping each other, not tearing folks down. Does it make you feel better? Because to me, it just points to your character and what's in your heart. That's all I'm saying. And that's what's wrong with our country right now. We are already divided. We are already divided. And so I guess now it's the content creators versus the non-content creators. Is that what's going on? Because that's looking at these comments. And let me say this. If you feel like that, then why you on social media? Because I know you enjoy watching the content that content creators make. Now, let me get to a business standpoint. for my content creators, we run this. Content creators, we run this. And there's a lot of things that should be done in our favor that is not. And sometimes content creators, we are so powerful. We are so powerful content creators, because if it wasn't for our content, they would not be able to run ads. We don't work for them. I need y'all to really understand this. We don't work for them. They really work for us. And I wish us content creators would band together, because they are really getting over. We produce the content that allows these social media platforms to run ads. So when you got a video that's booming, you know what I mean by that is the views are up, the shares are up, the comments are up. Yeah, that's great, because these content platforms, these social media platforms are making a lot of money because they are pushing the ads. And I am someone who is going to help you learn how to get out of that rat race and take it to another level. Nothing wrong with being on social media. But come on, content creators, you see how they took down TikTok. So that means we got to have a plan A, B, and C. Okay, and plan A, B, and C don't necessarily mean running over to Facebook, because a lot of content creators are not happy with Facebook anymore. So what I'm saying is there are other ways for us content creators to make money, to make a living. And you gotta get out of chasing the algorithm, trying to get all these followers, because I will say this, just because you have 1 million followers does not mean you have $1 million. So with this situation that just happened, we got to learn from this. And now we got to step up our own game when it comes to creating content, when it comes to building our communities, when it comes to being out here. So I'm going to leave you with this. If you're in the St. Louis area and you need some help with your social media, I will be doing a workshop on January 25th from 12 to 3 p.m. Yes, I will be. Let me see. Do I have the link? Let me get the link. I'll post the link. I'll come back and post the link. Message me if you're in the St. Louis area, because look, content creators, you got to level up. You can still create your content, but you have to level up, because they could shut all these platforms down. Then what? Then what? Then what? That is your homework. Then what? All right. Well, it is now 1253. It is now 12:53. And I just had to get these things off of my chest, because I found it very disheartening that the very same people who enjoy all of this free, do you hear me? Content. Because a lot of times what we do is we create in TikTok, then we repurpose for Facebook. Because we know a lot of y'all on Facebook are not over there on TikTok. So what we do is we bring it on over here to Facebook. But some of you ungrateful people want to sit up here and act like you don't enjoy the free content. Content creators, I'm telling you, we got more power than we think. So all of you who have benefited from this free content, and you making these little funky, nasty, conniving, negative comments about us, shame on you. Shame on you. And if you do work a job, whatever. I bet your evaluation sucks. It stank, don't it? Don't it? Whew. And here's the thing. People love judging people. You don't know their story. You just love judging people, but don't want nobody to judge you. Oh my goodness. How do you know these people have not worked real jobs? How do you know these people are not retired? How do you know this? I mean, you're just talking about people. I mean, it is just really, really, really interesting. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday and get ready, because this is just the 19th day of 2025. Okay? It is just the 19th day. And it's just been so much going on in the 19 days that we've been in 2025. So if I were you, I would spend my time trying to do more good than harm and bad if I were you. I'm just saying. I would really try to do more good. All right? I really would if I were you. Because one thing about those tables, you know it, they always turn. And they will either be turning in your favor or not in your favor. All right, now this is T. Will, and I done said what I had to say, baby. And I'm finna go on my business for now.